Hiya, and thanks for taking the time to watch my video. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that my videos are aimed at helping people, helping people with their business, helping people with other aspects of their life. Basically, most of my videos are aimed at betterment, basically improving your, if you like, your situation. If you're watching this video, you're probably watching it because your business perhaps isn't going in the direction that you want it to go. And you might be looking for, if you like, some information, some little tweaks that you can do to your business to actually obviously help it and obviously help your business grow. Um, Obviously there's all different aspects of obviously how you can improve your business, but whenever I think about improving a business, the main way that you improve a business is profit. Yeah, people talk about how you can improve it. You can get more business leads, you can generate more inquiries, or you can do more work. But at the end of the day, you need to realize that all these things that are being done, the end result that will make your business successful is profit, is the amount of money that business is making. So, like I say, this video is going to hopefully going to help you with aspects of that. The first thing I would do if I was you and my business wasn't going in the direction I want it to go is I would get a pen and paper and I would write down all the different areas and aspects of my business. Now, if you see my other videos, you'll know that I talk about helping home improvement companies. I generate leads for these businesses, and that's mainly what I'm involved in. So I'm going to aim this video at people who might, if for example, have a trade, they might be a plasterer or a plumber or something like that. Yeah. But some of the things that I'm going to talk about will still help you whatever business you're in. Now, the first thing I would consider if I want to make more money, bear in mind you make money by saving money. That's the first thing. You haven't got to make more money. You can save money and your profits will still increase. So if I was a builder, a plasterer, a plumber, or anything like that, the first thing I would be taking and setting aside a good amount of time for would be my material costs. You'll be amazed at the amount of money you can save if you shop around for your materials. A lot of people, they'll run here to one place and they'll get something and then they'll go somewhere else because they're buying it as they need it, and they don't realize that these little, if you like, convenience buys are costing you money. Yeah, it might be that you're an electrician, or it might be that you're a gas fitter or a plumber. You need to start looking where you can buy your materials in bulk. Yeah. So when I talk about, I'm not just talking about buying a box of 20 plugs. I'm on about buying a box of 400 plugs. Because if it's something that you need all the time, if you're an electrician and you're fitting sockets, you're fitting 30, 40 sockets every week, you need to be getting these sockets for pennies, as cheap as you can. Don't be being caught short and having to buy them from a local DIY store. So that's the first thing I would do. Seriously look at the money you're spending, right, on your materials, because if you can save yourself 30, 40 pound a week in materials, that's 200 pound a month. It's 2.5 grand a year, right? It's a saving worth having. The next thing I'm going to talk about is advertising. Yeah, advertising. A lot of people I know, I've got friends who I get work for now, they have spent money in the past on advertising. I've had mates that have done radio campaigns. They've gone in some of these big publications. I'm not going to say names, and they've done. It's a waste. Some of them are a waste of time. They're an absolute waste of time, right? You really need to look at where you're spending your hard-earned money on. because don't be spending your money on these big publications when you can do your own marketing locally for on almost zero expense. Yeah, if you've seen my other videos, you'll know I talk about I use cards. I go out locally and I canvas and I put out cards in in all my local area. I've been out today. I've been out today. I've got several businesses. One of them I do sign writing. One of them me and my wife do dog sitting. I go out. I've been out today, and I'm not exaggerating. I've probably put 200 or 300 cards out today. I've been around all the car parks. If I go shopping, I put some cards out. Yeah, and these are all little things you need to be doing to saving you money, rather than going and spending £100, £200 on an advert that no one's going to see because it's in a publication that there's like another 100 ads just like yours in. You want to start saving some money. So think about finding ways of saving money on your advertising, and also finding ways of doing your own advertising. Spending some time daily. If you've got a boy that helps you, make it part of his day that he's got to do a bit of advertising. Putting a few cards through doors as part of his day. And if he says, "Oh, why have I got to do this?" Say to him, "Well, do you want me to be taking you to work? Like bringing me to work with you next week because we need to get work booked in." Yeah. Plus, the more work you can get booked in, the higher you can go with your prices. Another thing I see people doing who haven't got a lot of work because they haven't taken the action to create the work is that they'll be chasing after people to get them to go ahead on a job that they've not really got a lot of money in. You don't want to be doing your jobs for nothing. You don't want to be selling yourself cheap. So you need to be constantly generating these leads so as you can cost more jobs and get more money for the jobs you're pricing. Yeah. The other thing that you need to consider is if you've got a business that's he's heading in a direction that is getting quite a size, he's looked to have someone doing the estimates for you, the pricing for you, because these salesmen that do the pricing for you, that go around there and do the estimates, they're going to get more money for the job than you anyway. Because if you're not a salesman, right? If you're not a salesman, you're not going to be getting the right price for your jobs anyway. Yeah. Someone told me once, because I'm a really good canvasser. I'm really good at getting inquiries, business leads. I'm really good at marketing, and I am pretty good at selling as well. But my mate said to me once, he said, "Cole," he said, "just because you're a good canvasser doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a great salesman." This is something my mate said to me I'm going back like 15 years ago, before I'd even got into selling. And it made sense. And one of my old managers said to me, "You've got to be um, a bit ruthless. If you knew me, you'd know I'm a really genuine guy, and I couldn't be ruthless to someone if I was trying to sell them something. It's not in my nature. Yes, when I used to go in people's houses selling windows, I used to try and obviously close the sale and get the order. But my old governor Jay, I remember him saying to me, you've got to be a little bit, I suppose, nasty. You've got to be a little bit nasty to ask for that order again and again." And you hear horror stories about people selling things, and like, I think some people, some of them people who are like that. Yes, they get people moan at them, and they get the phone calls, but they're probably the ones that get the most orders. I don't know. Yeah, but look, all this video is about really is about getting you to look at every single aspect of your business, your material costs, your lead generation, your The prices that you're getting, are you getting the right prices for the jobs? You know, geography. You know, are you travelling too far for your jobs? What's the point in travelling to a job that, yes, there might be a lot of money in it, but for some reason the job goes over, and then you're finding yourself having to go there for another 10 days, say. Let's say you're building an extension and you might have got a good price on it, a couple of grand price over and above what it should be. If something runs over, have you allowed for that in your pricing? Have you allowed for your fitters having to drive there for another 10 days? You know, the fact that they're going to be moaning that, that they're either working a longer day or they're not doing as much work when they're there. These are all factors you've got to consider. You know, your pricing, your money, your cost of materials, your geography, the price you're getting for the job. Are you getting for the right job? And a big thing is, are you pricing and costing enough jobs? Which all comes down to lead generation and making sure you've got a salesman selling your job and taking a good deposit on the job for you up front. Because cash flow, something I haven't mentioned, something else which can make or break a business is cash flow. You know what I mean? I was chatting to a geezer a while ago. He's like me, does a bit of sign writing. And he turned around, I said to him, how are you getting on? Like, he went, yeah, really busy. And he turned around, whether he was, talking crap or not, I don't know. But he turned around, he went to me, I'm owed 20 grand, he said. And I went, what? I said, if I was owed £20,000, I'd be worried. I'd be on that phone. I wouldn't be doing no other sign work. I'd be on the phone getting back the 20 grand that I was owed, because he's still costing money. Yeah. And like, so this is what you need to consider. If you're in business, all these different areas, go through it with a fine tooth comb. Wages. What are you paying your fitters? Are you paying them over and above what you should be paying them? Yeah. Yeah, they might be reliable. But at the end of the day, you've still got to say to them. I said to my mate recently, you need to say to your fitters, my mate does roofs. I said to him, it's no good you charging that for that roof, and you're charging not the right money, and you're paying your fitters 140 a day. I said to him, you're paying them too much money, because you're in it to make money. You're not in it just to employ fitters. It's no good having a business if it ain't making no money. Anyway, I'm going to end my video there, because some of my videos go on a bit and I don't mean them to, but it's very difficult. I find it difficult sometimes to just keep them short. I just can't. Anyway, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up if you can. And if you know anyone who would benefit from watching this, please could you share my video on Facebook? I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get my channel off the ground. Obviously it takes time, I know that. But like I say, I appreciate your time. And if you did watch till the end, thank you so much.